Hello, my name is Elliot.
And my name is Marshall.
And today we will be discussing topics for games of all kind. I kind of didn't say the intro correctly, but just roll with it. Okay.
Alright.
For this podcast, we will be doing, talking about some games. And,
5 games in specific.
5 games, yes, 5 topics, as well as an outro. Normally you have an outro there. Anyway, let's just dive right into it. First topic, that's gonna be Minecraft. Minecraft. How do you feel about that one, Marshall?
Minecraft is a game that I've been playing for an extremely long period of time.
I definitely concur.
I've been playing it since, I was 7. I remember specifically because I made my username have the number 7 in it because that was my age at the time.
My old username used to have my birthday, and I removed that because I did not like people knowing my birthday because of my
Yes, I remember that.
0318, let's go.
It's happened. There's a lot of changes that has happened over Minecraft history.
Let's
But one of the main ones is the combat update, where they made the combat system a lot more interesting. Where
terrible.
After that, you have to wait between swings of your sword to get the maximum amount of damage, and you can hold down the right mouse button to hold up your shield, which is, personally, I think that's really cool because it makes skeletons, which are ranged enemies, a lot less annoying to deal with.
Personally, I believe that they should have added shields, but not added the slash, because it would, 1, make skeletons less annoying, and 2, PvP would be more about punishing spam rather than blocking at specific intervals. I'm just saying. Anyway,
that's actually how it is in the Bedrock version of Minecraft, on the Switch. It's pretty nice to play like that and not have to worry about having to time your swings.
Yes, I would also maybe if you hit while someone's shield is up, that you get a stun and you can't hit for a second or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd actually be a pretty cool addition if they were to go with that.
Anyway, let's talk about the future of Minecraft and why I think that the future is not super great, to be honest. I think there are some major issues with the game, and I think
there are some.
I think the main issue is that, if I'm being honest, the player versus environment content is just not there, man. It's you can go to the Nether and kill the Wither, and then you can go to the Ender Dragon, and the Ender Dragon is half-baked. It's a fight.
Personally, I keep saying personally, but honestly, I think the Ender Dragon fight is pretty sick. It used to be extremely boring, but now they added fireballs and cages around the things that heal the Ender Dragon that you need to break to be able to make him stop healing.
I would say that maybe if you're playing hardcore, it might be a little bit more extreme, but personally, I do not play hardcore mode very often. But anyway, I feel like we have done our time with Minecraft. I feel as though
it's a great game. I'd give it if I were to give it a rating right now, it'd be 8 out of 10. 8, 9 out of 10.
Personally, I'm gonna have to hit you with a 6 out of 10. Because, the sandbox elements are there, but there's not as much meat to it as I would like. Anyway, on to the next topic, which is Super Mario Maker 2. Marshall, you're the expert on this one. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah, I have 590 hours on Super Mario Maker 2, which is a game for the Nintendo Switch, where you play levels that other people have made online. There's a ton of different modes. One of my favorite is the multiplayer versus mode, where you play against 3 other players, and you try to get to the flagpole first. It can be pretty luck-based at times, but other times it's straight up fun.
Personally,
another mode another mode the game has is just playing people's levels for the fun of it, which is also really cool because if you play some new levels, you might find a good old diamond in the rough.
Personally, I quite like the creating aspect of it, but I feel like it's just not fun when you upload a level online and then, you get a bunch of dislikes or whatever because, oh, you made the level too hard. Personally, I think it's more fun to like make your hand off the controller to your cousin and make him play the level and then watch him kind of get mad at it.
However, you have to admit that there is a science behind creating good levels. Some people manage to create consistently popular levels.
That is true. That is true. But I would also argue that those people have been able to sort of piggyback back off of their like popularity online to kind of give them a little.
That is true. But there are some notorious straight up Mario Maker creators.
But those levels require a level of skill that most people do not have, and I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm saying they're very good. But I would also say
you gotta respect them.
Sometimes you upload a level and like you don't give 3 lives, and it requires a little bit of effort, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna not give that a like.
Yeah, there's basically like a code for creating levels. Like you gotta have 3 1-ups in it for the people that play it in Endless Challenge, which is a mode where you have limited lives. And you gotta not have any blind jumps where you don't know where you're jumping to. There's like a certain code you gotta follow. So overall, amazing game. I'd give it like at least 9 out of 10.
My final judgment for Super Mario Maker 2 is it's creative.
Dang.
Alright, next game. We're talking about easily the worst game on this list, but also not a terrible game. Kirby Air Ride.
Kirby Air Ride. Now that is a doozy. I am also the expert on Kirby Air Ride here. Elliot doesn't play Kirby Air Ride that often. However, he has sampled it from time to time.
Sampled? I feel like I did my time with the game. I played pretty much all of freshman year, and then I come back sophomore year, and you guys are like, oh, let's play some more Kirby Air Ride.
So, for the unknown, Kirby Air Ride, it's not Mario Kart, but with Kirby. It's more of, like, an experience. You play as Kirby, and you look for different machines called air rides that fly differently. And after you get one that you like, they all control differently. Then you go look for patches, which are power-ups for your air ride that make it perform better, like giving it more speed or more attack. And at the end of the round, which is time-based, there will be a stadium at the end to compete which air ride is the best in a specific challenge, such as flying the farthest or killing as many enemies as possible.
Now my issues with the game lie in that it's very repetitive, in my belief. There aren't many maps, and the carts that are there's not many good ones, just a lot of trash
Yeah, I'm
ones.
gonna have to agree on the fact that there aren't many maps. There's only one map for the main game, which is a pity. However, there are only 7 racetracks, I believe, which is also kind of a pity. But they are really well-made racetracks.
I mean, there is that Nebula Belt is basically just a straight line, not a straight line, but
Yeah, I gotta agree with that though.
Top
However-
Ride. Let's talk about Top Ride.
Alright, Top Ride. There are 3 modes in the game. The first one is what we just described. The second one is a racing mode, and the third one is a top-down mode called Top Ride, where you look at the top of the screen, and it's basically just a simplified racing mode.
Yeah, it's
not that interesting. Nobody really talks about it.
Yeah, and 100% got a 100% that one.
Yeah, it's a difficult game to 100%.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kirby Air Ride, it's up there, but it's not way up there. I'd give, like, if I were to give it a rating right now, like at least 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I would have said 7 out of 10 freshman year, but now I gotta hit you with the 5 out of 10. I just feel like
That's cool.
It's kind of lost its charm. Next subject, Smash Brothers. Also, we have been on the same music for like 9 minutes now. I'm gonna change that.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the newest game in the series.
No. I get to talk about this one. I am the closest thing to a professional in this call. Super Smash Brothers 2. It's the newest Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers. Been a huge fighting game series. It's made by Nintendo and it features dozens of characters from Nintendo properties and even other franchises. Ultimate's honestly the best one. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, I really like Melee," but I think Ultimate just
Yeah,
beats it
Melee
out
is
every way.
cannot compare.
Anyway, Smash Brothers. You know what can you say except great fighting game? Martial.
Yeah, it's a pretty good fighting game.
Yeah,
Except I don't agree with the way some people play it, and I know that
most people.
Sakurai, the creator of the game, can agree.
Well,
It's supposed to be somewhat of a party game.
Well,
I've heard.
Here's the thing: if it's a party game, I would like a party game that I can show a little bit of skill on. I mean, yeah, you can show your skill with items on, but items on is kind of cuckoo crazy, my guy.
Yeah, sometimes they can allow for some very non-strategic plays, but that's what makes it exciting. All the different various things that could happen. There are so many different options to customize the way you fight. You can make it play on a different stage, you can activate items, you can make hazards on or off, or you can play with up to 8 players, which is honestly incredible.
I'm gonna have to.
And how many different characters are there? I don't quite remember. Do you know the number?
It's like in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, there's 80 plus different characters with their own unique moveset, which
mostly
is pretty crazy. It gets hectic at times.
I would like to hit you with the doubt on the 8-player Smash, because that I played a little bit of it. It's not gonna say it's super great.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Even the one map that they made that's supposed to be able to support it doesn't really support it that well, and it just kind of becomes everyone in the middle fights, and there's like some rats on the outside that'll kill you whenever you walk into their domain. The song just ended.
Something like that.
There's some dead air. I'm gonna play the Pikmin song now.
So, overall, I think it's a really good game. It has both, a free play mode and a story mode. So, I'm gonna be pretty generous with this one. Solid 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna be honest with ya. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Sure, if that's not just bias.
What do you mean bias? Oh, you like a game, so therefore you rated it highly. Like, yeah, I'm gonna rate a game I like highly.
Alright. And so, that is a perfect segue to a new topic.
Yeah, I gotta plug the merch. Except it's not merch.
Not necessarily
it's
that.
Not merch. Anyway,
I have been working on my own fighting game of sorts. It's turn-based, kind of like Paper Mario, except both fighters fight at the same time, so it's somewhat of a turn-based. It's called Water Patch. I've been coding at it for at least a month now. It's pretty close to being done. It's not an extremely good game, but it's pretty good for my first actual game I'm making.
Now this is where I'd like to kind of interview the developer of this game, get inside his thought process. So, what games did you take inspiration from to come up with the idea for Water Patch?
Big inspiration was Paper Mario. I really like that game because there's so many different strategic elements and certain statuses, and you have like 2 people that you can use to attack, and you have so many different moves that all do their unique thing, and each enemy has a unique attribute. Paper Mario is an amazing game that I took a lot of inspiration from. Sadly, I can't implement all those ideas, but I implemented my own ideas. I took them in spin. It's somewhat of a magic-based system where you have magic points and you need those to use your attacks. And the only way to get your magic points back is by spending a turn focusing.
Now, here's what I think might be interesting. Do you think that if you had the resources and the time to, like, say, you ported the fighting system, or, like, remade the fighting system in, say, like, Unity, the game engine, for those who don't know, do you think you could possibly make a full game out of... full is, like a few hours long story mode for Water Patch based on the fighting system?
I don't think it could be a few hours long, but I was honestly thinking about adding a campaign mode where you fight in specifically made battle scenarios. Like, you have X HP and Y MP, and you need to defeat this guy with Z HP. So, overall, I don't know. I'm a little biased towards it, so obviously I'd give it a 10 out of 10 right now. Maybe not a 10 out of 10, but
personally have not played it, but I'm his coding buddy,
yes, he
so
spots me.
I kind of have a little bit of a knowledge about the game, and I would say I think it's got a lot of promise. I think it looks very interesting. I can't wait to play.
Thank you.
All
right, so any closing words before we wrap this up?
Well, this is the outro. Those at home listening, / the teacher, probably this will never be done again. So
we hope you enjoyed this one-of-a-kind opportunity.
This is going once. Highest bidder, even though the highest bidder, no one's paying money for this.
Thank you for watching, and have a lovely day.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you for being on the program with me, Marshall.
Thank you for being on my program too.
Alright, this is 99% Gamer. I just realized we never said title. Signing off.
Yep.